So I had already blocked all this time to do our live. So instead I came home, since we're not doing the live now, I came home, I'm gonna actually put on my face, so put on my skincare and my makeup, and I thought I would answer any questions that either I didn't get to yesterday, or if you're new today, didn't see our stories from yesterday, and have a question you want answered, go ahead and put it in this box. So I have a very peptide rich routine. My skin loves peptides. So majority of my skincare has a lot of peptides in it. With that being said, I love so many, but if I had to pick one, it'd be the Auteur Renewal Serum. I love that product so much. It's in my AM and PM most days. It helps with collagen synthesis, so your skin's gonna be firmer, tighter. It also helps balance the skin, has a lot of hydration, and then also helps with dynamic lines. So it's a very powerful anti-aging serum. That's my shark mop in the background. Let me turn it off. With that being said, I use this twice a day. This is the Auteur Renewal. And then I use this once a day at least. And I think I told you guys I stopped using the P-tiox for 2 months, I think December-ish time period, just because I ran out and I was busy. It was a crazy time, and I was trying other stuff too. It's part of my job. But I had to actually bring it back into my routine because I noticed about maybe 5 weeks after I stopped it, my skin looked different. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, I know what it is. And ever since, I put it back in, and this is actual glass skin. Love this. Dynamic lines, expression lines, together amazing. In fact, over the summer, if you followed me, you guys always saw me using these together all summer long, and your skin is just gorgeous. So probably these two if I'm allowed to pick two. I wish I could figure out my lighting situation. I feel like either the artificial light is blinding, when I'm done my eyes hurt and they're red, or it's too dark because I'm in Ohio and there's no natural light. So if you guys have any suggestions, I wipe my camera lens, everything, but hopefully on the other side of this it's nice and clear and bright and doesn't look super washed out or just super fuzzy. My favorite vitamin C to recommend for acne prone skin is Revision C Plus Correcting, or any type of vitamin C that utilizes THD ascorbate or tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. That's because this is a very gentle form of vitamin C. It's pH neutral. And on top of that, it's different from L-ascorbic because L-ascorbic is water soluble, whereas THD is oil soluble. So that means it can even penetrate deeper into the skin over L-ascorbic acid. When we are acne prone or we're breaking out, a lot of that has to do with the fact that our skin is not getting the nutrients it needs to be healthy. When it's unhealthy, you experience more breakouts. So having a oil soluble form penetrate deeper, bring all those nutrients into the skin, it heals quicker, and my clients who use it actually break out so much less. The skin's so clear. No. So you actually can't even mix some of the Colorescience sunscreens together, even though they're from the same brand. So you can mix any of the teal Coloresciences together, but you can't say mix the Colorescience and the Even Up. So it's not, it does sound oh, it's SPF, it's mineral, they should all be combined, but actually no, you can cut the efficacy. So I always recommend just play it safe, layer them. And then some, yes, you can mix, but I would always make sure you can ask the brand. With those, I say no. For texture, I would either do the Skinbetter Eye Max, or I would do the Hydropeptide. Oh, I'm losing off the top of my head. It's just the Retinol eye. I forget the exact name. Both of those are so good. The Hydropeptide also has peptides for fine lines and wrinkles. However, for the lid, because I personally don't recommend putting vitamin A products on the lid, I would use for tightening the Revision's DEJ on top. I think those two together would be amazing, or you can put the DEJ on bottom and Alpharet on top, IMAX. So those two, or honestly the Nuova Super Eye Lift is really good for the lid, We have a couple that are really great for the lid, but I always go to DEJ. It's the best in my opinion for tightening. And then yes, either the IMAX or Hydropeptide. Now for thin skin, the very best thing that we carry for thinning skin around the eye is going to be the Vivier GrenzCine Eye. So Vivier GrenzCine has a very special formulation of vitamin C and peptides that is clinically proven to thicken the skin under the eye. And even if you have thin skin due to genetics, so you just always have like purples and blues showing and you're not tired, and no vitamin C is going to work for that because it is a thinning skin issue, that is the best product. Yes, perfect. So you'll always put your growth factor first. So growth factor, bring it all the way up to the eye. Then when you put your eye cream on, the Hydrinity, you can put it all the way underneath, all the way to the hairline. I do put that one on the brow bone, and that's perfect. And honestly, that's such a great eye cream. I should probably talk about that one more. I feel like it's definitely underappreciated, but it's so hydrating, great for firming, great for dark circles, even great for puffiness, and it lays really, really well under makeup. So yes, I think this question is so important because losing your hair is due to so many different reasons, and I have found that some products we carry work better for some reasons over others. However, the plated serum seems to work for all reasons of hair loss. With that being said, I understand it is like our most expensive hair product. So if you are somebody who has tried everything else, I do think, and like nothing worked, I do think you will find relief with plated hair. If you are somebody who has lost your hair due to stress or illness, I would probably start with the Neogenesis. I also find that the Neogenesis works much better for women than it does men, whereas plated works equally great for men and women. Even the Kerastase is proven to help with hair growth, so even starting there is a great option. Yes, so I've never had a client experience any type of sensitivity that I'm aware of from that product. There's nothing in it that would make me think it's not going to be great for sensitive skin. The products that I have found are not that great for sensitive skin would be like the Is Clinical Brightening Serum, which is a product I personally love. And if somebody's experiencing really hard to treat pigment and they have sensitive skin, I still will use that product, but I will only allow them to spot treat with it, and usually that helps. But yes, so Mieux is totally fine for sensitive skin. I only have 60 seconds to answer when this starts, so I apologize. I know I'm not giving too much information like usual, but actually it should help me because I think I talk too much sometimes. So sorry, I'm very like condensing it down and answering because yeah, I used all 60 seconds. So I do have a whole video that I will link. This is the condensed version. So Pavise treats zombie cells or senescent cells. Senescent cells are cells in our bodies that should be dead, but they're still alive. However, they can no longer divide and replicate. This causes havoc on everything in our body. It causes inflammation, it accelerates aging, and it also damages healthy cells around it. If you missed my analogy yesterday, it's like driving behind a tractor trailer that has like stones flying up and like trash and it's hitting your car. So your car is the healthy cell, the tractor trailer is the senescent cell, and by the time you get away from the tractor trailer, your car is ruined. That's what happens to a healthy cell. So it accelerates aging, and it is basically these cells that should be dead, but they're still alive and causing havoc. So Pavise is a DNA repair enzyme. It goes in, treats the senescent cell so that it makes our skin healthier. Now, there's so much more science that goes into that, so I'll link my YouTube video on Pavise next, but I love Pavise for anybody who's in like high pollution areas. I love Pavise for somebody who is acne prone, because it's really, really great for acneic skin. It's just healing the skin barrier. And I really love it for melasma as well. So, but yes, watch this video that I'll link next. I have a few products that I love for lip lines or smoker's lines, or say you drank out of a straw, the lines around the lips. First one that I love to recommend is the Mieux TGF-B Booster, which is a tissue growth factor. It has a couple of really great peptides, two of them being Tripeptide 5 and then a peptide called Snap 8. And one of them is a topical like neuropeptide, so we're smoothing and relaxing that wrinkle muscle. And then the other peptide is really great for firming. It's also shown to increase like collagen synthesis by over 110%. So you're also really helping to firm the skin as well. And that's numbers from the product, not the actual ingredient. So such an amazing product for lip lines. And then I also love, of course, every day, my Auteur. So I feel like I had the same experience during COVID. I think we were all using so much hand sanitizer, and like the alcohol and everything in hand sanitizer like aged and dried out our hands so much. And I've actually talked about this before in a couple of my YouTube videos, how much I feel like it affected how my hands looked. And like years later, I feel like they finally are looking better. And what I personally do is, before I put on my skincare, I use the Lilis exfoliant on the back of my hands, make sure everything's like removed and my skin is nice and fresh and all that dead skin cells are gone. And then every product I put on my face, I just rub on the back of my hands, and I really feel like that has helped so much. And then of course we do have like Revision hand cream, which is great like if you have pigment on the back of your hands. But I honestly feel like that's been, not sure where that cut me off, but we do have like dedicated hand products. Even like I've had really great reviews. I actually just ordered one for myself from Valmont. Their hand product, I've gotten really great feedback so far, but honestly for me, out of everything I've done over the years, I have gotten the biggest changes from exfoliating the back of my hands first, like just once a day. I usually do it at night. It's just easier. Plus I feel like my products at night are a little bit more targeted for anti-aging, and I honestly feel like that's given me the biggest relief regarding making my hands look young again. Any SPF is great, especially when you are that close to the equator and the sun is just feels like it's sitting on you, which I personally love. That's why I love Florida and I miss it so much. I don't see us we usually travel so much, and I don't think we're gonna travel for a while this year, so I'm a little upset, so I'm a little jealous. But yeah, so any SPF, sorry, I'll track. Any SPF is going to be amazing. I personally like sprays when I travel. I just feel like it's so easy to reapply and actually do it in a timely manner. So I really love the eltaMD Aox. Forget the rest of it, but the mineral SPF from Elta, that's a spray. I also really like the Colorescience Body. If you want to start with that, get your base layer and then spray over top. Perfect, but is anything when you're traveling that close to the equator. I know this is crazy because he's married to me, but the only thing my husband will use when we travel is, or even here, anywhere, is a spray-on. So now I just keep sprays so handy because I want him wearing SPF, and if I don't have a spray, he won't use it. And trust me, I have threatened divorce. I've threatened, not really, but it's a serious thing. I actually probably have threatened divorce. But yeah, so I really love sprays. I never would have thought I liked a spray until I started getting them for him, and it's now just the easiest way ever to stay protected for me, him. I'm sure kids find that much more enjoyable. So definitely multiple sprays. I guess I could have had my husband do his nighttime skincare routine with me since Lindsay didn't. I didn't even think of that. I'm actually going to schedule that though. He would love to show you guys his routine. It's so funny. He's actually, dare I say, more compliant than me. And it's so funny because he was like so against using skincare for years. Like after I was an esthetician, after I had my business, and it took one product, actually two products that he still uses to this day to change his skin, and now he's obsessed. So he has a complete routine. It's pretty extensive. So I'll actually schedule that. But I think the other part of the question, I honestly, it's so funny because a lot of people are like, oh, men are oily. Majority of my male clients are dry. So I honestly still go off of my regular questionnaire, male or female, because I do think there's like a lot of like old wives' tales regarding male skin that I personally don't see, and I'm sure there is some truth to, you know, of course, men's skin's typically thicker. Of course, I'm sure a lot of men are oily, but I still think majority of my male clients, whether you're male or female, I think you come to me for anti-aging and you have sensitive skin or some type of rosacea. So a lot of my male clients are that skin type. So I don't change it. With any new product, it can be a serum, it could be a moisturizer, it can even be a cleanser. Your skin does have to acclimate to it. Additionally, products like P-tiox speed up cellular turnover. That's what part of that glass skin and the smoothing of the fine lines comes from. So if you're not exfoliating regularly, or you haven't increased your exfoliation, you could have like all those skin cells breaking up because they're dead, and then they are just sitting in the pore. So I would increase your exfoliation days and see if that helps. But that can happen with any product, not just ones with acids. I see that a lot, honestly, especially right now in the winter when people think that they can't exfoliate. So yes, exfoliate and let me know. Okay, I went and grabbed them. The Skinbetter Alpharet Body or the Natura Bisse C+C are my personal favorites, especially for anybody or myself with very, very dry skin. I would do this if you're extra, extra dry and you need firming and brightening. And then I would do this one if you're extra, extra dry and you need help with crepey skin. Yeah, so the only people I don't recommend CBD mist for is somebody who is rosacea prone or super sensitive. The CBD mist has really great ingredients in it that are going to actually help balance oily skin. It does also have like a lot of humectants, so you may find it like a little too hydrating at first until it balances that oil production. But it also has ingredients that are going to help with inflammation, help heal and treat acne inflammation. So yes, great for oily, acne-prone skin. I'm actually about to do my self tanner. It's by a brand we carry called PETA, and they actually have like a dedicated face sculpting tanner. And maybe I'll just like record what I do because I need to fake tan. So yes, and I'll link it too, but it's the best, most natural looking tanner. So we actually have quite a few products that I do recommend for like hollowing of the under eye or the loss of that fat pad. First thing is Osmosis Recovery, which is an oral supplement. And definitely read the reviews because it's kind of like hard to imagine an oral supplement helping to build back fat pads, but that's exactly what it was formulated to do, and it works so well. You have got to be consistent and you have to be on it. I would say at least 6 months, but that's with any type of supplementation. Even Nutrafol, like dedicate 6 months and you'll see those results. So that the DefenAge 3D Eye is great for under eye hollows. We have an eye cream from Cosmetics that's also great for under eye hollows. I'm trying to think. I'll make a list and post it this weekend. See my husband pulling up, so I'm gonna close this out. I still have a lot more questions. I might be able to actually have time to pop on tomorrow. Arabian's tonka, love. Please get this, you will love it. And then if you like to layer your roses musk on top. Oh, but anyway, my husband's here, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I should have time tomorrow to get back to the rest of the questions. I hope this was super helpful and informative, and thank you guys so much as always for hanging out with me. I love you all so much.